Well, there are new and very real concerns right now for the millions of victims of Superstorm Sandy. Tomorrow marks 1 week since Sandy barreled on shore, and still massive power outages exist. Gasoline shortages are choking the cities and all the surrounding areas, leaving a lot of people in need of the most basic supplies, and they are desperate for help. They don't want to be ignored or forgotten in the course of all of this. A lot going on. So listen to these people who are in the hard-hit area of Staten Island, New York. Listen.
As soon as it gets dark, there's only two things we worry about, is the cold and the looters.
Everybody's homeless. The whole neighborhood is homeless.
Put one foot in front of the other and keep on moving. It'll get better. It will get better.
It will get better. With the latest on the relief efforts, Gail McGovern, president of the American Red Cross. Gail, thank you very much for being with us today and for all that you are doing to help those people out there. Tell us, what the situation's like right now and where you're able to help and where you're still having difficulty getting help.
Well, this has been a massive operation, Martha. It is incredible. And on behalf of the entire American Red Cross, our hearts just go out to people who have lost everything, even loved ones. And it's just heartbreaking. We have mobilized about 300 emergency response vehicles that are riding around in the affected area. There are about 16 of them there in Staten Island, going in and out of the affected areas, delivering meals, cleanup kits, comfort. There's a shelter stood up there in Staten Island, but I can tell you that for the solid week since the storm hit landfall, there have been at least 10,000 people living in shelters, because the affected area is actually the size of the continent of Europe. So there have been 10,000 people plus in shelters, and we've already, as of last night, served 500,000 meals and snacks. So we are hard at work trying to get to every affected area to give much needed help.
You hear the cries for help, and so many people are so grateful, obviously. I mean, these are volunteers, and you all are fueled by donations across this country, and I would encourage people to continue to bring in those donations to help people. But, there are places where they're saying, where's our help? What about us? Staten Island, the Rockaways, Queens, they want to know why, why the Red Cross, even in some cases, is not there. What can you tell them?
Well, first of all, we are there now, but I have to say it was difficult breaking through, and I understand their frustration because when the storm first hit, we weren't there, and it broke our hearts. We were tied up with the same challenges that all New Yorkers were facing: shortages of fuel, snarled up traffic, fallen down trees. But we are in those areas now. Our volunteers have reported in that they're literally walking meals over fallen down trees. It's very, very difficult. And when you've lost everything and you haven't seen help, it's frustrating, it's frightening, it's heartbreaking. But we're in those areas now. We're doing our absolute best to help every single person in need. And, I wish I could click my fingers and put someone in front of every single doorstep that's been impacted by this storm. We have 5,000 volunteers in the affected area, and our volunteers are amazing. They leave their families, they pack up, they come from almost all 50 states. We have people that have just come from everywhere to try to help, and it's a big operation.
It is,
and
I would encourage. I
time.
felt helpless this morning, and I went on your website and made a donation. It was very quick and easy to do on my phone, so I encourage people to do that. It is something that you can do if you feel like you can't carry, a bucket, cases of water down there. That's something you can do. Gail, we got to go. Thank you very much for being with us, and best of luck to you and your work. Gail
Thank you, Martha. Thank you so much, and thanks for your donation.
No, it's all the least I could do. Thanks. Thank you very much, Gail.